Hey guys, welcome back to Puff It Louder, and welcome back to Charade Maniacs. We're on Iochi's route. I can definitely sense that the route is probably coming to a close, but every single time that I say that, I feel like it takes like 7,000 years for it to end. Like, with Akase's route, I feel like I said it like maybe 17 times before it finally ended, so I don't know if I should be saying that, but it just feels like it's about to end, right? Because we know that Iochi's not the producer. We know that they're likely not a sponsor, right? Like it seems like Iochi is likely part of like the second cast member or something like that. Like they're likely one of the duplicate cast members. They likely came back for some reason. They have this sense of justice that they like need to uphold, and they're back to find the producer and bring them to like whatever sentencing that Iochi believes is just. So it just seems like it's coming to a close, and I don't know. I feel like it's about to end, but whatever. Let's just get into it. I don't know. I feel like I read this, but I'm not sure, so I'm gonna read it again. Whatever. No, that's fine. I realize that your conviction is what's important. I can tell just by looking at you.
覚悟
Iochi, you're always kind to me, so I didn't know how close I should get to you. Someone just said something to me, and I started to have my doubts about you being part of the Otherworld stream. I felt like I had to keep my distance from you because of how much I was doubting you. But in the end, I still wanted to believe in you, and I didn't care even if you had lied to me. That's why I decided to simply believe in you. If I ever hesitate or become confused, I will follow your lead, and I hope that you'll continue to be with me. I know that I can believe in you, so I hope that you'll continue to guide me.
それは
Iochi had been quiet the entire time and started to squint like something was bothering them. But it was just for a brief moment, and it turned into the usual smile right away.
素直についてきすぎるとペロッと食べられちゃうかもしれないけどね
Not this freaking... Iochi always starts talking like the wolf thing again. I don't know. Like, Iochi said in a couple episodes now that they're like, oh, if you're not careful, then I'm gonna eat you. Why? What is with this eating comment? I thought it was the usual joking, but I couldn't bring myself to brush it off this time. I know why I feel this way. Honestly, I don't mind if you eat me up. What? Even if I want to doubt you, I can't. You're so special to me that I don't even care if you trick me. The Iochi you see yourself as, and the person who I see might be completely different people. But in spite of that, you're still a wonderful person, and I want to be with you more to talk to you. Iochi, no matter your gender, I think I... Whoa, picture get!
その続きは聞けないよ君の胸にしまっておいて
Picture get! This is a pretty picture. Why? You don't have to answer me, I just...
それでもだよ僕にそれを聞く資格はない少なくとも今は
Okay. Then do I just not say it now? I can tell you any time. I'll wait until you're willing to listen, Iochi.
本気で言ってるのそれなら保留ってことで
Really? I don't mind putting it on hold as long as you're willing to listen someday.
分かったよ僕にはやることがあるから今待って
Bro. God. Oh my god.
その時まだ君の気持ちが変わっていなければね
Well, right. I know that you have your own goals here, so I'm sorry for saying things that might interfere with them. I will do my best as your assistant until everything is done.
君は呆れるくらい前向きだね。こんなに意表をつかれることはなかなかないな。
I'm sorry. It seems like I've troubled you.
そう言いたいわけじゃない。
Maybe, if you're hesitating enough for you to seriously consider it, nothing would make me happier. I want to be like you, Iochi. I don't think that I'd ever be half as good, but I don't mind if I'm even a tenth as good as you. However, if you ever hesitate, I hope to work hard so that I can lead you.
ありがとう。
God, this is like, oh God, I don't know. Iochi quietly looked out the window.
あ、もう遅いし、今日は寝たら。また何かあれば話してくれればいいよ。
Sure, it's a promise then.
じゃあ部屋まで送ろうか。
Oh, not the milady. Oh God. Milady? Milady?
こうやって手を差し出すときはね、そう声をかけたくなるものさ。
No, I'm cringing to death. We need to add a fedora to Iochi. We have to add a fedora. Iochi's hand was held out to me as I stood back up, and they just smiled. We need to add a fedora, and we need to add the Doritos and the martini glass.
また明日からよろしくね、セナ。
Yes,
何？追加の質問があったかな？
Iochi, do you think that I'm just lonely? Do you feel sorry for me? Iochi's eyes wandered while smiling. Then their gaze stopped over me.
明日になったら夢だと思って忘れてほしいんだけど。
Oh boy. I feel like something big's about to happen the next day, I guess. Yoshi's face came closer and...
今はわかるよ。寂しがり屋の気持ちも。
What kind of frickin' sentence is that? Their lips touched my cheek. Huh?
やっぱり好きだらけだね。おやすみ。
What? I thought we were gonna revisit this. Iochi said that they had something to do and they're gonna hear me out once that's done. They never said that they would accept my feelings. I didn't directly state that I have feelings, but it should have been obvious from my attitude. But kissing me on the cheek just now, is it okay for me to expect more from this? But last time I got a kiss on the forehead, I just don't know. I gave up thinking about it. I decided to go to sleep. I'd been worried since the day before, so I chose to let it all go and get some rest. I'd be with Iochi once more in the morning. That was all I could think about as I fell asleep. I'm surprised that she could even fucking sleep. If I was fucking smorched by somebody that I liked, like, regardless of, like, where the smorching happened, I would be like, I can't sleep. It was Ivana's turn to make breakfast, so after I got ready, I took my time to head downstairs. Most people had already finished eating, so I was the last one to sit down.
おはよう、お姉ちゃん。
Good morning, Haji.
起きんの遅えんだよ。飯が冷めるだろうが。
Yeah. Sorry, your cooking looks delicious today, Ivana.
あっそ。
さすがお母さんだね。おはよう、セナ君。
Good morning.
元気そうで何より。今日なんだけど、午前中は部屋にいたいんだ。午後からでもいいかな。
Yes, I'm fine. But are you researching something? If you are, I can help.
いや、実のところ寝不足でね。少し休憩したいだけ。
You didn't sleep well? That's rare.
君のことを考えていたら夜も眠れなくてね。困ったよ。
God! Huh?
朝っぱらから気色悪い冗談言ってんなよ。さっさと飯食え。
ひどいな。冗談じゃないのに。
それじゃあ俺出かけてきます。
俺も。
僕は寝ます。おやすみなさい。
待て、お前は掃除があるだろ。 まだ寝るな。
もう俺が代わりにやるんでいいですよ。
We all went our different ways that morning. My doubts had lifted, and the breakfast seemed to taste better than usual. My goodness, all that's left is for me to wait for Iochi to accomplish their goal. I should work towards getting us back to our world. By the time I finished eating, there was no one left in the living room. Chigasaki was the only one who talked to me.
セナさん、おはようございます。
Hey Chigasaki, good morning.
すっきりした顔をしてますね。イオチさんを信じることにしたんですか？
He spoke in a quieter tone, and I gasped a little before nodding. I'm sorry. I know you warned me about it, so I tried to look into it myself.
いえ、いいんです。それならそれで。僕も不本意だったから。
He smiled gently at me, and I couldn't say anything else. Not his intention?
今日のご飯も美味しそうですね。エバナ君は本当に料理が上手だ。
Yeah, that brings another thing into question too. What is Chigasaki's intention on telling Senna, oh, should you trust Iochi? What was that purpose? I don't know. I really don't know anything about Chigasaki other than the fact that Chigasaki freaked out that one time when there was that whole arm situation. Chigasaki's right arm is not his. He would rather die than not have it, even though he's left-handed. So why? I don't know. It's just very strange. That's the only thing I know about Chigasaki, though. And he might be homeless? I don't know. It's just weird. Chigasaki, aren't you gonna eat?
僕は朝ごはんはあまり食べないタイプで。
Add another thing that we know about Chigasaki. He doesn't eat breakfast? Oh, God. The alarm sounded as we spoke. Both of us jumped in surprise.
ドラマですか？珍しいですね。こんな朝早くに。
Oh, it's a drama that I'm going to be in. I'm not done eating yet. I checked my bangle for details and a doubt surfaced in my mind. Younger girlfriend, oh boy. Oh, it's Iochi. Oh God, it's Banjo, no! Huh?
どうかしましたか？
I thought the drama's episodes were scheduled a week apart.
そうですね。たまに短いこともありますが、それでも5日くらいは空くかな。
5 days. I guess it's not that unusual. I'm only thinking about it because we just did this drama 4 days ago.
そうなんですか？確かに少し短いかもしれませんね。
The alarm sounded, so it was almost time to start. I was partway through the script when my surroundings changed. I was at a location with lots of shops, and Tomase was already there. Oh, Tomase.
日和、お前どうするつもりだ？
Huh?
どうしたのじゃないだろう。台本読んでないのか？
Oh, I only read part of it.
じゃあ早く読め。
Oh, God. He hurried me, and it sounded like a threat, so I quickly read the rest of the script. Then I grew even paler than Tomase. Wee-woo. This is your Puffalada trigger warning. Yes, it's been a little while since we've had one of these, but this upcoming drama is one of the most intense that we've seen, I think, in a while. This is honestly the most intense drama that I've seen yet in this game. So I wanted to give you guys a preface. Or a preface, whatever. So this drama goes into a bit of a sensitive topic, especially around abusive relationships and domestic violence. So if you have any type of sensitivity to that, just beware. If you don't want to see that, then please skip to the time shown on the screen. And if you have any triggers regarding blood or bladed weapons, please skip to the time shown on the screen. You do not want to see that. That is very disturbing. It is honestly quite shocking to watch. So for those of you who are able to buckle up and suffer with me, then let's do this. And yeah, okay, here we go. Oh God. But this...
最後のイオシさんがお前を刺すシーンはどうあっても避けられないだろう。
Oh my God.
どうする気だ？また演技を拒否する気か？
Oh my God. The script said that Kurata stabs Serena with a knife. Well, it's only a drama. The pain is just as real. Oh, I was dizzy with fear. I knew that Iochi wouldn't refuse. Iochi has to do something. There's no way Iochi would choose to receive a punishment game here. And I don't want to get in the way. That was it. I felt like I made up my mind. I believe in Iochi and I wanted to be together. I was going to put in the effort to achieve that. I wanted to stay by Iochi's side and watch them pursue what they saw as right. It's alright. I can hack this out.
それは強がりじゃなくてか？
Yeah, by being with Iochi, I think I understand what I have to do in this world. I can't keep running away. I have to stand by whatever I think is right. Jesus! Being stabbed, though? That's why I can do this. I can withstand pain, so will you act this part out with me, Tomose?
お前がそう言うなら。
I'm surprised that Tomose's okay with it too, Jesus. Thank you. I feel reassured that you're with me.
いや、俺が代わってやれればよかったのに。
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised because I thought that Banjo would be like, absolutely not. I'm gonna say no to this. Or I thought that Banjo would be like, I'm gonna be stabbed instead or something. Like, I thought that he could like improvise something, you know? Huh? I don't ever want to see you get stabbed, Tomose. And the script calls for this, so it can't be helped.
イオシさんがなるべく痛くないように刺してくれればいいんだが。
That would be difficult. I was speaking with Tomose when the story began. It started with Tomose and me walking together. Why am I scared? Serena's tears allowed her and Kurata to make up. However, on that day, Serena happened to go shopping with Yukikawa. Kurata upon seeing that. Why do I have to go with you?
それは俺のセリフだっつーの。お前も用事あんなら断ればいいだろ。
I can't say no. The teacher asked me to. Come on, Yukikawa. Why couldn't you go alone? I'm sure that Kurata's fuming.
はあ？倉田？
That's my boyfriend's name. I turned down a date to come here today, so you better thank me for it.
うわー、ムカつく。普通にムカつく。普通にデート行ってくれてよかったんですけど、マジありえねえ。
We get to hear Banjo actually act. This is kind of fun. Hey, why are you being like that?
サリナ。
I thought that I was prepared for it, but I flinched when Iochi appeared before me. Their expression was lifeless, which made it scarier. Kurata.
どうしてここにいる？学校の用事だと言ってたはずだが。
That's...
ああ、お前の彼氏ってこんな年上なの？すげえな、びっくり。
君は黙っていてくれないか。サリナ、来い。
Hey, wait. Ow, you're hurting me.
来い。俺の。
But this is for school.
いいから来い。俺の言うことが聞けないのか。
Wow, this is terrifying. Serena was forced by Kurata to go with him. Just as the script described, I was taken by Iochi into an alleyway. Oh wow, this is terrifying. I looked at Iochi's back as they stared off in silence, and I read the rest of my lines. Look, I think you have it all wrong. That was just a classmate, and I wasn't with him because I wanted to be.
もういい。何も言わなくていい。
I shivered when I saw that face. What made things even scarier was the lack of emotion in their voice. I knew what was coming next, so I was filled with fear. Kurata, that's the truth. I was just...
いいんだ。話が聞きたかったわけじゃない。俺はお前の沈黙が欲しかっただけだから。
Kurata spoke quietly as they removed a small knife from their pocket and opened it. And before I had time to be surprised, I stabbed. I was so surprised that I couldn't scream. In fact, I couldn't breathe. It was both the pain and surprise.
サリナ、これじゃ致命傷にならない。すまないサリナ、もう一度。
I didn't have the energy to look at Iochi. I was stabbed twice in the stomach, and all I could feel was the searing pain. I felt like all the blood in my body was rushing to that wound and flooding out. Then it stopped bleeding. It hurts so much. I wanted to pull the knife out and be released from my pain. I couldn't think anymore. All that I could do was cough.
これでも君は俺のものだ。
At that moment, I was finally able to see Iochi's face. Iochi looked to be in pain. It was only for a brief moment.
余計なことは言わなくていい。余計なことはしなくていい。ただ俺と一緒にいればいいよ。俺が守ってあげるから。
Kurota, Iochi gently embraced me. It was a gentle and loving embrace. It hurt so much that I didn't care.
迷って失うくらいなら俺はもう迷わない。きっと分かってくれるだろう。
I can't believe that Iochi actually stabbed her. Twice! Twice?! Iochi's line ended there. That was it for the script. But I feel so cold. I was shivering and it felt like my consciousness was fading. I wondered if that was what it was like to die. It was the last thought I had. Holy fuck. Iochi's yandere? Iochi has to be yandere. That is terrifying. Did you see the face on Iochi when they said, like, now you'll be with me forever type of thing? Holy shit, that was terrifying. Like, you can't act that shit out. That is scary as fuck. That is genuinely scary. That is trigger warning heaven right there. That is such a trigger warning. And speaking of trigger warnings, this is your Puffalauda trigger warning again for a second time. I know there's two in this one. So Senna is about to talk about her injury that she received in the drama just now. And there is a picture that goes along with it. It's very, very mild body horror, but it is body horror at the end of the day. So if you're not comfortable with seeing where she would have sustained the wound, and it doesn't show any blood, it doesn't show any gore, but it does show you basically like a hole as to where she would have been injured, and she does show emotion and fear and everything like that. So if you're not comfortable with seeing that or experiencing that, totally understandable. Please skip to the time. And if you are, then please bear with me because it is, again, quite horrifying. So, yes. Let's... I felt like I'd been in darkness for a long time. I thought I was looking for something. I wandered about. Was it on the right? The left or ahead? I walked around to look, but I couldn't find anything. There was nothing but darkness. Weird. I thought I'd be able to find it right away. Just as I kept walking, I felt a sudden shiver. Why do I feel so cold? It's so cold, and I can't find what I'm looking for. What am I doing? I put my arms around myself and looked down. Oh. There was a hole there. My stomach is gone. My stomach. I jumped awake. Suddenly all I could see was light.
Yuri!
I wasn't in the darkness, but in my room. I broke out into a sweat when I realized that. Suddenly I struggled to breathe, and I touched my stomach area. It's there. My stomach was just as if nothing happened. It wasn't hot to the touch, and it didn't hurt. Was that all a dream? I wondered if that were possible.
夢じゃない。お前はイオチさんに刺されたんだ。
Alright, so that really did happen. I felt confused. I really did get stabbed during a drama, but I just dreamt the gaping hole in my stomach. It felt like I was able to finally understand it all. Did the drama end okay?
ああ、ポイントもたくさん入ったはずだ。迫真の演技だったからな。当然だが。
It's also weird that Banjo's the one in our room and not Iochi. Iochi didn't come here? Oh, that's good. I tried to get up from bed when almost he shook his head at me.
まだ寝てろ。お前はあのドラマが終わってからずっと気を失ってたんだぞ。
Oh, really? It hurt a lot, but it's okay. The injuries are better now.
いや、そういう問題か。というか、どこへ行くんだ？
I wanted to go meet Iochi. I'm sure Iochi was bothered by that drama.
正気か？あんなドラマを演じた後でよく顔を合わせようと思えるな。
Is it your choice, Tomose? That was just a drama. Iochi only followed the script.
だとしたら随分名役者だな。まさかあんなにためらいもなくお前を刺すとは思わなかった。
Yeah, that's true. That is so true. Like, I did not think that they would be able to just like. But Tomose, don't you think you would have acted things out if you had been in Iochi's position?
それはやるとは思うが。
Then it's the same. It's wrong to blame Iochi for it.
あそこまで無情にはなれない。少なくとも刺す時にためらうとか刺す場所を変えるとかそれくらいは。
Okay, but Iochi followed the script exactly and we got lots of points, right?
それはそうだが、でも本当にドラマを気にしているならとっくの前にお前の様子を見に来ているはずだ。
Yeah, exactly. Like, that is fucking wild that they didn't come out to see her at all. Like, what the fuck? Because Banjo's been here the entire time, right?
ドラマが終わって気を失ったお前をリビングから部屋に運び込んでからかなり時間は経ったが、イオシさんは来ていない。
Yeah, that's so bad. Maybe Yochi's just in shock. Maybe they feel awkward.
お前な。
I felt a bit desperate. The more Tomose talked about it, the more I wanted to protest. I know I'm right. Iochi had no choice but to stab me. That was the only thing to do. Otherwise, it would be even more painful. I was thankful that Tomose didn't pursue the matter any longer. It felt so suffocating that I couldn't speak. I had trouble breathing. I didn't know why, but it hurt me even more than having that gaping hole in my stomach. I couldn't help but feel that way. And in that moment, my vision suddenly went dark again. Oh! I was engulfed in darkness and I let out a small scream. However, it wasn't complete darkness. I noticed that there were glowing screens. It was the same place as before. Oh!
日和、大丈夫か？
Tomose, yeah, I was just a bit surprised. Now we know why Iochi did it. Iochi did it because Iochi was close enough to get full points, right? The director stood at the center, and Iochi stood there facing him. The other cast members, including me, were there. I could tell we were all standing around. I felt a bit relieved, but I also had some doubts. What is this?
時間だね。
I felt confused. I didn't know what was happening, but I tried my best to understand. Oh boy. Oh boy. The screens all around only showed static noise before finally shutting off. What is happening?
情報局の介入が始まったんだよ。
Oh shit. Oh shit. And we're gonna stop here. I know, I'm the worst. I am the worst. But holy crap, this is crazy. This is crazy. Guys, is Iochi a bad person? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I thought I really liked Iochi at first because Iochi has this mind, like, Iochi has the mind of someone who is incredibly talented. They are incredibly smart. They know a lot more than they let on, and it's clear that the MC, Senna, is way out of their league when it comes to even keeping up with what Iochi is putting down. So, when last episode, when Iochi was telling, like, when Senna approached Iochi and was just like, can you tell me what's going on, because I'm having all these doubts. Like, when Iochi was finally admitting to certain things, like, we finally got some type of clarity as to, like, yes, Iochi is not the producer, yes, Iochi's brother was part of that last stream, that was not Iochi. Iochi has this, like, presence in the information bureau. They clearly were talking to somebody and working with somebody on this team Like, I think in the crew, which is hinted at in Akase's route, like, Akase and Iochi have this relationship. So, like, I don't know, it's all coming together, right? And now, in that last drama, we could see just what type of lengths Iochi would go to in order to reach their final goal of crushing the Otherworld stream and crushing the producer and pulling everybody out of it. Just bringing everything to justice, I guess. Like, to the point where it's like, yes, I will stab this 17-year-old twice and kill them on stream. Like, even if it requires me to kill somebody, even if it requires me to kill the person that has confessed to me, the person that I have shown romantic interest in, the person that I have shown, like, softness to, I will kill them, and I will do whatever it takes to win the game and crush the opposition. That is wild. That is wild to me. It is crazy. So I don't know if Iochi's a good person or not anymore, and I just don't know, like, this must be the end of the route, right? Like, am I right this time? Like, this next episode? Maybe? I don't know. We're gonna find out next time. Just trigger warnings everywhere. I bet you the next episode's gonna be trigger warning heavy too, so brace yourselves. Brace yourselves, brace yourselves.